About 30 years ago today, a rocket and a ray gun went out on a date. They shared pieces of spaghetti. They slurped it into their mouths. They went home, got under the blankets, and made a baby. It is the Rocket and Ray Gun Awards for the year 2013.
We are doing something different all week long, in case you didn't catch yesterday's show, and you should, because a lot of next-level winners were revealed. Basically, we're doing a bracket, and we're putting two games that are Game of the Year worthy against each other to progress further in the bracket. I know. We're starting with two big ones, Grand Theft Auto 5 going up against Lego City Undercover, and you may notice some similarities in the game style there. What do you think, Sean?
Yeah. Well, there's definitely some similarities. I don't think Lego City Undercover would have ever existed had it not been for Grand Theft Auto.
Right.
But also Grand Theft Auto 5 would have never existed without this franchise. And I think that this, for me, is the best Grand Theft Auto game. If you remember back when I reviewed this, I gave this an 11 out of 10. That was a Spinal Tap reference. If Tarantino made a video game, it would be Grand Theft Auto 5.
Jose, you there with Sean?
Well, as much as Ben and I loved Lego City Undercover, I did play a lot of that game, but I mean, come on, it's GTA 5. It's made as much money as it has for a reason, because it's just an awesome game.
Get out of the way.
I think there's no question here. It's Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, it's a stunning technical achievement. All the stuff in it. I did get sick of our protagonists. Like, I'm tired of being a dirtbag in these games. However, it's an unreal game.
So you know what's a great antidote for that is playing Lego City Undercover. You play one of the most charming protagonists.
That's me.
What are you going to choose, my friend?
Oh, Vic, thanks for getting to me. I appreciate it. You know what? I'm going to bet the other way. Lego City Undercover. I didn't like this game when we first reviewed it, but I got to tell you, over time, I warmed my heart a little bit. And it is funny and it's lighthearted. And just like Raju, I'm sick of Grand Theft Auto. I'm sick of feeling terrible when I play this game. I'm a depressive by nature. I'm a very dark man.
That little college boy sack of phony.
The formula is getting a little stale in Grand Theft Auto, but it's just the technical achievement of this game. I'm staggered by the size of the world and the variety in the world and all these little clockwork pieces that mesh together and somehow work in this giant game that I'm blown away by its technical mastery.
Fly a jet or something like that. We're so excited
I spent
about
like 2 hours trying to get the jet out of the base. I mean, Lego City Undercover was really the only game on the Wii U worth playing for a very long time. But I think you can't really compare the two on the same level.
I don't think this is a big surprise. Grand Theft Auto 5 moves on.
Up next, we have a pirate adventure versus a character who was once a pirate, I guess you could say, in Wind Waker. We have A Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds, and Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. Steve, what'd you think of these?
Well, you know, I love my booty. I mean,
Always talking about his booty.
No, I've been waiting years for a good pirate game to come along.
Pirates.
A Link Between Worlds is fantastic. I mean, this is the best Zelda game in, well, I want to say best in years, but Wind Waker HD came out this year, and that was amazing as well.
Recognize.
Don't recognize Skyward Sword. But I got to go with the Pirates and the Assassins and the whole Assassin's Creed universe.
Nice one for Pirates. Raju.
You know what? I am, feeling that Assassin's Creed is getting a little long in the tooth. However, I love the pirate gameplay in this and the pirate battles, and for that alone, for me, it's Black Flag.
Get in there, you mongrel!
Well, I also love Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and I love the band Black Flag, but I have to give this to The Legend of Zelda A Link Between Worlds because it's been a long time since we had a 3/4 overhead view of a Zelda game. And this just reminds me so much of Link to the Past, which is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. So I'm giving it to Zelda.
I'm not into the pirates. I'm not doing it. I'm going with Zelda. All the way, it's so cute. I know I just always gravitate toward the cute things. I know, but God, I love the story. I love the adventure.
It's a puzzle solver, a head scratcher. There's some fantastic mechanics in there.
Since you love the mechanics so much, Vic, which one are you going to pick?
I am picking Zelda as well. I mean, I love Assassin's Creed 4. I think it's the best pirate game I've ever played as well, and I love playing as a pirate. It's terrific. I think it suffers from a bunch of scumbags again as your protagonist. I think the industry needs to kind of chill on that for a little bit. We need to start playing some virtuous characters like Link. And Link is time-tested and proven, but it's cool that Nintendo was ballsy enough to use an overhead formula like this and go back to it and just make a game that's sheer fun.
Now that we've heard what Vic has to say, let's go to the most important person on the panel. Scott C. Jones, what do you think?
Pay him to say that?
This was a nice trip down memory lane. Love Assassin's Creed. Apologies to Ubisoft Montreal, but Link to the Past is a link between worlds. Look at what I've done. That gets my vote.
Obviously, A Link Between Worlds is the clear winner, and that's why it gets my vote. I think it's about time we've seen another Zelda game of this style, and it works. 100%. I loved every bit of it.
The Zelda franchise, although there's lots of choices there, we haven't had a top-down like this in a long time.
Shocked and amazed by Assassins in a little while. That sort of bird's eye view with the camera circles isn't as thrilling as it was 5 games ago.
Yeah,
you know?
As tight as the mechanics are in this one, yeah, I think we're pretty much in agreement that the Zelda game deserves to move forward, and it does.
So our next contenders are NBA 2K14 and Kingdom Rush Frontiers. Bit of a weird console versus portal poll. Here we go. Scott, what do you got?
Just call this weird.
This isn't really fair. I don't know which game it's more unfair to, honestly. NBA 2K14, obviously the juggernaut year after year visual concepts, over-delivers. I know you're playing this thing obsessively.
Yes.
I know what your vote's going to be. But for me, Kingdom Rush Frontiers, I couldn't stop playing this game. I took a bunch of trips this year. We traveled a lot. This game was with me every step of the way. I'm not a huge basketball fan, so all across the board, Kingdom Rush Frontiers. For honor and glory!
Such a perfect iPad game.
You feel good playing it?
And I would probably give my vote to Frontiers because it's wonderful.
You're not going to.
But NBA 2K14 on next gen, on PS4 and Xbox One, is so ridiculous.
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
The game is wonderful. The mechanics are perfect. I keep using that mechanics thing, but I think that's it. You seamlessly are interwoven into the experience.
What are you picking?
I'm picking NBA 2K14. I thought that was clear.
As much as I love me some Kingdom Rush and Kingdom Rush Frontiers, I mean, LeBron's hairline has never looked so defined as it has in next-gen NBA 2K14.
And those fans?
The fans look great.
Go down, big man.
Yes. Amazing game.
Soundtrack is
Where
good.
Marissa's gonna go, but
What? Really? You already know? Okay, we all know I'm picking Kingdom Rush.
and your partner in crime, Sean.
I feel like I've spent many man lives playing iOS games at this point, so it's nice to have a controller, and NBA 2K14 is just the most beautiful basketball game, one of the most beautiful sports games ever.
The Rim Rattler.
I'm not a huge basketball fan. There are a handful of sports games I appreciate. Basketball is not one of them. And I am a tower defense junkie. And Frontiers just nails the tower defense formula. I love it. I mean, it's a familiar mechanic, but they add little things to it, like leveling up your hero and just like throwing guys in to block the monsters that are coming. I just love it's tower defense.
It's 3-3.
Awesomeness.
Raju, you're the tiebreaker.
Okay, you know what? Kingdom Rush Frontiers is a great game.
I love it.
NBA 2K14 has it for me. I actually thought this was kind of a weak year for iOS gaming. I didn't think that there was that much that really grabbed me, but NBA 2K14 gets it for me.
That moves on. Fantastic.
Up next, we've got two platform juggernauts. We're talking Rayman Legends versus Super Mario World 3D. Oh my God, this is such a tough choice for me. Steve, what are you gonna go with?
Well, I love what Ubisoft does with Rayman. I love our little limbless hero. Rayman, okay, Rayman. Whatever his name is. No, I mean they've really got the platforming thing down cold. Beautiful game, one of the most beautiful games of the year. But come on, Mario, a 2D platformer in a 3D world. I mean, with it's so much fun. I don't like. See, I'm losing my words here. Nintendo understands the alchemy, the science of fun better than anybody else, and Super Mario 3D World proves that definitively.
I'm right there with Steve. Super Mario 3D World is unbelievable. You know, it's the diversity, it's the choices that you get to make as you're working your way through the game. I think Rayman Legends is a tour de force as well, but it's primarily an extension and expansion on what we got out of Origins. And 3D World has some familiar stuff in it, but there's just such choice. The fact that you can jump into one ice skate and start skating around, or you jump on a dragon and start, power sliding through all of these waterfalls and stuff like that. It just constantly is giving you fun stuff to do, and both of them are terrific multiplayer games as well, but 3D World gets my choice for sure.
All right, Jose, what are you saying?
Well, as beautiful a game as Rayman is, and Ben and I both love that game as well. I mean, no arms, no legs, no chance against Mario, my friend. Finally, we get a new Mario experience that feels a little bit different than some of the stuff that they just rehashed, the new Super Mario Brothers stuff. And so it's good to see Mario back in full force, and I'm giving my nod to new Super Mario.
Plus, it's beautiful.
He is beautiful.
It's a beautiful, woohoo!
I'm going going with Rayman.
Rayman!
Origins. Legends.
All right.
Someday I'll go to a pre-production meeting and I'll get all this right. I just love the artistic vision. I love the little French touches.
I know, it's
I feel like, I don't know, there's something just so dull about this Mario game. It just feels like paint by numbers. I don't see the vision. I know you guys are into it.
I agree with Scott. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. First of all, I gave both of these games a 10 because they're both amazing to me. But Rayman Legends, I mean,
it's special.
It's so special. It's so. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Leaving it behind, guys. So just say something
can't.
nice about it before
It's
it
just,
goes.
I feel like more people should play this game. More people should pick this game up. Not enough people are playing it. So.
And the best version is on the Wii U too, which is kind of cool.
That's true. That's nice. You can play it. You can play it portably. The Vita version is wonderful.
Yep.
So I mean, I'm going with it. I guess we're all going Mario anyway. Meow.
Nintendo absolutely is becoming sort of a first-party developer, but Super Mario got me back in my Wii U.
Come on.
I hadn't used it for months. In all this next-gen craziness, I've been playing this game. Yes, there is some old hat in here, but Nintendo, they know fun, they know Mario. It is absolutely fabulous.
That they have a Mario and a Zelda that are both as good as they are.
I would like to see the team behind Rayman do a Mario game. I think that would be fantastic. But I'm going to go with Super Mario 3D World because this is an absolutely beautiful Mario game, and it's got all those familiar mechanics that you might remember from yesteryear. But there's a lot of new stuff in there as well. There's lots of great hidden parts of these stages where you can find these coins, those green coins. I went nuts trying to find all of them, and there's so much replay value just in that. And then when you add in additional players playing at the same time, it becomes a completely different game, but still a lot of fun. So we're gonna give it to Mario.
Catsuit sucks. Yes.
All right, we've got more Rocket and Raygun goodness tomorrow, but right now we've got to take a break. We're coming right back with our top 100. The Rocket and Raygun Award for Best Shooter goes to BioShock Infinite.
You're a monster.